Hal Humphreys here with PI Education and Pursuit Magazine. We've been talking for the past month and a half now about origin stories. Here's the thing, you don't have to be tied to just one origin story. You can reinvent yourself along the way. I've done it. I used to be a real estate appraiser, now I'm a private investigator. Now I do a little bit of both. But I started my private investigations career probably the way a lot of people do, which is to say I started just as a generalist. I did some surveillance work, I did some research work. I really didn't know exactly where I wanted to land with the PI work. I knew I liked it and I knew there was work out there that was fun to do, but I hadn't really figured out exactly what I wanted. I got a call from a friend about 10 years ago. She was working on a case where they needed to find one witness. Some other PIs have been looking for this witness for a couple of years. Nobody had had any luck. I pulled from my real estate appraisal background and searched county tax records in the entire area where they thought this guy might be. Within about 30 minutes, I found an address. Within an hour, I had that address verified. The next morning, I was on a plane and I secured an interview with the witness. I got an affidavit from the witness. The lawyers were thrilled. I was happy. And I found the part of the investigative world that thrills me. It makes me happy. It brings me joy to do that work. Finding witnesses, talking to witnesses, getting affidavits, doing that kind of work out in the field is what works for me. That's my origin story as a criminal defense investigator. So again, we're going to continue with origin stories throughout the month of July. If you have a story you'd like to share, please do. You can send it to kim@storyboardemp.com and we will work with you to get it into Pursuit Magazine. And finally, I'm pretty excited to tell you that we are going to be hosting a live criminal defense course on the 28th and 29th this month. That's 2 weeks from now. And it will be a 2-day course, 3.5 hours on Tuesday, 3.5 hours on Wednesday. And I will be instructing, I'll be leading you through the process. It'll be fun, it'll be informative. We'll talk about why this work matters. We'll talk about how to get work. If you're an investigator and you're in this business already and you just don't know how to find that good criminal defense work, I'll share with you several tips on how to do that, how to get actual work in the door that you can start working on pretty much immediately. And then the next day, on Wednesday, we'll cover the actual how-tos of criminal defense investigation. What it actually is, what it probably is not, and what we should focus on as private investigators. So join me for that if you would. There's limited seating. We've already sold, I think, probably 3/4 of the seats. So if you're interested in this course, you might want to go ahead and sign up today. Go to pieducation.com, find the criminal defense live course, click on that and buy today. Again, I'm Hal Humphreys, and this is your weekly briefing from PI Education and Pursuit Magazine.